They say there's a legend of a Yamaha guitar that was built 45 or 50 years ago and was never sold. It just so happens
Guitar Stuff with John.
Welcome to another Guitar Stuff with John. I don't know what that was. Anyhow, we are back with you here again for another review, and boys, have I got something to show you. Just looking at this guitar leaves me utterly speechless for two reasons. Number one, I have never seen a guitar of this builder that is this old in this type of condition. And I want to tell you how it happened. I was leafing through Reverb one day, as I often do. I like to see what's on there, and you can find some really killer stuff. And I just happened to put in Yamaha acoustic, right? And I was looking through all the Yamaha acoustics, and I was, there's thousands, and they're all new, basically. Everything from, 300, 800 series to, LL56. You can find every Yamaha known to man on Reverb, brand new, somewhere in the world. Then I scrolled through, and there was this picture of this guitar that I recognized because I remember this guitar from when I was a child. And I looked at it and I saw what the guy wanted for it, and the price seemed a little nuts. It was $1,100 US. And I thought, is this guy for real? And I called him. So here's the story. He is a guitar hunter, this guy. And he found out about a gentleman in the town near a city near him that had passed away, who had owned one of the premier guitar shops all through the 70s and 80s and 90s, right? And he had retired, and he had passed the store on. The store closed eventually. And this old gentleman, well, he passed away. And his family was trying to sort through his affairs and found out that he had a warehouse that was tied to the store. So they went to the warehouse to find out what was in there. And in the corner of the warehouse, they found a box, an unopened box, marked Yamaha Corporation. So they opened the box, and inside the box, still in the plastic bag, was a guitar. Now, it wasn't just any guitar. It was the highest end model of Yamaha that was built for normal consumers all through the mid to late 80s. So this guitar was 45 years old. And when they opened the case, they saw the case had never, ever been opened. The guitar still had the tissue paper on it, the hang tags. Everything was as it was when it shipped from Japan in the mid-80s. And they called this guy and said, we have some instruments here, and there's this one here, we don't know what to do with it. So the guy went down, saw the guitar, and went, holy crap, yeah, I'll buy that. So he bought it probably for $400 or $500, I would think. That's what it was worth 45 years ago. And put it on Reverb, and I found it, and I called him, and he told me the story, and I said, is this for real? This guitar was never sold? He said, no, it's never been sold. It's still in the original case. It has the hang tags, the price tag, everything is still on it. It's never been owned, played, nothing. And so I bartered him down to $1,000 Canadian. I said, send it on, and he did. And here is something that you will never see. If you ever were to see this anywhere else, I would be shocked. Because this guitar, when it was sold in the mid-'80s, was destined, sadly, to end up as most great Yamaha guitars did. They ended up at beaches, they ended up at cottages, they ended up getting beat to crap by kids, learning to play, used for baseball bat, like whatever. Like the Yamahas are like the best built, worst treated instruments in the history of guitar. So you're going to see something right now that will boggle your mind. This, my friends, is an FG 375S. It is absolutely pristine. It was never purchased, never sold, never played. And it was the top of the line guitar because it had a solid top. It was the only guitar in the FG lineup at the time that wasn't completely laminate, hence the S. So the FG 375S, solid Sitka top, laminate rosewood back and sides, specialized binding and purfling, mahogany neck, the diamond inlays, the classic Yamaha pickguard in tortoise, which is really rare as well. And buddy, for a guitar that sat in a warehouse for 44 years, this thing is absolutely ridiculous. Now, before I play it, I have to concede that because it had never been bought or played, I took it for a setup, a simple one. There was nothing crazy done to it. I had the frets leveled, and because it was sitting for 4 decades. I had the frets leveled, edged, the neck checked. Everything is solid. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. And listen to the voice of this guitar. God almighty. Man, oh man, oh man. It's stupid what this thing sounds like, and it's not even close to being opened up. I freaked when I found this guitar. I couldn't believe it. And along with all of the simple things I had done to get it set up to play, actually, I also had a K&K put in it. So the guitar is stage ready. And I will be playing this on stage. I'm going to keep this thing. It's going to be in my will. And I'm going to make sure that this guitar gets, I won't be able to give it 40 years of playing that it deserves, but I'm going to give it as much primo playing as I can and show it some love because, man, good Lord, just unreal. It's just ridiculous. And it goes back to what I've been saying on this channel for years now. Yamaha is one of the best guitar builders in the history of guitar building. This guitar actually proves it. They were building this guitar 40, 50 years ago. Laminate back and sides with an obviously a beautiful, like a really high-end solid Sitka top. Maybe Engelmann too, but I think it's Sitka. And it's ridiculous how well this guitar held up after sitting in a warehouse. Probably not the best climate control place in the world for 45 years. And it gets to my house, I put a set of strings, I straighten up the neck, I get the frets down where they should be, and it's a primo world-class instrument. Now, it does have that laminate bit of that laminate tone in it, but it's only because it hasn't been played. So I can't wait to see once I take this guitar out on the road for a few weeks and just play the crap out of it and let the elements get at it and let it come to life, because it was never afforded that opportunity. Let's take a close look at it, because it really is stunning to see an instrument of this age from this builder in showroom condition. I don't have the hang tags with it. I put them away because I was afraid to lose them. But it was the original hang tags on the machine head. Everything, like, just, it's mind-boggling. Anyhow, the 45-year-old FG375S. Let's take a close look and see why Yamaha is still one of the best guitar builders ever, and was then as well. So here we are at the headstock of this 45-year-old FG375S. You see the classic headstock style, which is slightly different than it is today. It looks the angles are a bit different on it. Still the individual letters put on by hand. Rosewood head veneer, rosewood truss cover with the tuning fork logo. I love that. On the back, we have the original Yamaha machine heads, which were loose. They were tightened. We tightened them up, and they're just flawless. Unbelievable. I think we had to drill a new pilot hole for one of them. Other than that, that's it. Incredible. Mahogany neck. Very nice mahogany neck. Now this has the 1 3/4 inch nut. 1 11/16. This is a narrow nut, which takes a bit of getting used to for me. We see the mother of toilet seat diamonds, which actually is mother of pearl. They didn't use plastic. That's real mother of pearl. You can tell by the way it comes alive in the light like that. And then we go down to the bottom here and we see the super beautiful grain Sitka. It's just gorgeous. And the trim is a mahogany strip. See that? It's a 5-line purfling, black and white, and then a strip of mahogany. Focus, you bastard. And so that's your trim all around the outside of the guitar. Here's some more of that beautiful top. There's our sticker. Look at that. Since 1887. My God. Unbelievable. There's that beautiful pickguard. I love this pickguard. That is a high-class piece of work right there. Ebony bridge. We have a micarta saddle in there. Tusk pins I put in, just cause. And then we look at the back, and you see this. Even the binding on the sides is different. It's a triple line, and in the back, I have this beautiful piece of maple going down the middle, mahogany strips, and this wicked rosewood, laminate rosewood. I put a scratch on already, you can see that. And a maple heel cap. See that? Very, very nice. And there you go. Like, I mean, it's hard to imagine. Like, it's really difficult to imagine an instrument this old by Yamaha surviving till 2023 and sitting here in my studio like nothing happened. 45 years this guitar sat. And man, am I ever glad to have it. It is a huge piece of Yamaha history. And there you go, boys. What a beast. The Yamaha 375S. Vintage. More vintage than anything you've ever seen, boys, right there. So there you go. There's the SG 375S, solid top, rosewood laminate, rosewood back and sides, 45 years old, never been played, never was sold, sat in its case for all those decades until it came home, right here to me, which is exactly where she belongs. I just love this guitar. It feels like when I play this instrument, I almost get misty-eyed because it's like it's getting to sing after all those years of being silent. I'm getting to give it back its voice. And it's really quite moving, to be honest with you. And I'm going to cut in right here because you may have noticed something. I'm not sure if you did or not. I was surprised. I actually forgot to plug this mic in for the whole video. So you were hearing just the 24-bit mics on the iPhone. So I decided I'm going to play a little bit at the end through the mic so you can hear the studio quality of the guitar. And again, I can't say enough about the sheer power of Yamaha's building prowess. Like it's so obvious when you see something like this, which is so rare to even see this guitar in this condition. You get a clear picture of just how incredible Yamaha really is. And I can't thank them enough for building great guitars for so many years and leaving a legacy that sometimes just by freakish turn of luck survives to demonstrate their genius. And this guitar definitely does. So you've been hearing it just through iPhone mics the whole video. Here it is through the Aston Origin. Boys, I love this job. The Yamaha FG 365, sorry. 375. The 375S. Solid top, 45 years old, never owned, never played until now. We'll see you next time on Guitar Stuff with John. I'm going to go play this guitar.